Good day to you, Garrett, and to all. We're going to try playing some more Understand. Although the last time, I made it all this way in only, 90 minutes? And started to get stuck pretty hard. So we'll see if it gets any easier. I think I'm gonna just to get back into the swing of things. I'm gonna jump over here to chapter 3. Wow, that was louder than I thought. So okay. So circle to oh, that's correct. Avoid all shapes or avoid circles and squares? Could it be don't go to the left or right? Alright, so it's not don't go to the left or right. They're like, oh, that's even worse. This one was definitely... I think I should also pay more attention to which things are being satisfied. And in this case, every single choice that I have satisfies the second one, but not the first. Why would this be correct? Not this. Do you have to travel all the way from the top to the bottom? Oh, that's also correct. These are satisfying the first. This is satisfying the second. Okay, maybe it is all the way from the top to the bottom to satisfy the second. And the first is... who knows? So which one was that on here? If I went like that, I'm satisfying the second. There, not. There I am. So the second, I think, is you have to connect the top and the bottom. But it's not, because I just got it here. I feel like I might be getting smarter rather than dumber, which is a problem. Could it be every space that you do has to have a shape? No? Oh. You have to begin and end. No, this will be incorrect. You have to begin and end in a square, or in a space that is adjacent to a square and a circle. It checks out there. This game. I gotta get out of the idea that, oh, if you get the 2, it means you're totally on the wrong track. Don't ever do anything like that again. That's not necessarily true. Oh, what if... Is it filling as many spaces as possible? Nope. No? Maybe. Because you couldn't get more than 3 here. You couldn't start some. But I didn't... Oh, I guess I did start and end in spaces that I guess they're not adjacent to, but you could say they're between circle and square. So begin and end in a blank space that is between a circle and square, and fill in as many blanks as possible. Is that the truth? Well, now there are no... well, I could do that and end there. So... Oh, no, end there. It's not the least bit correct. Maybe it has nothing to do with circles. Maybe it's just isolate every square. No. Maybe it's isolate every circle. Oh, maybe it's like The Witness. You just have to draw the line so that the things are separated. That's totally it. Separate the circles from the squares. It's the only way you could... could I... I mean, I could start on the inside and it still counts. And in that case, I could... Yeah, anything as long as they're separated. 2 dots definitely does mean 2 rules, but it's so difficult to, like... Obviously. It's so difficult to figure out how you are satisfying one rule and not the other if you don't know what either rule is. Okay, so... Yeah. Like, he gets it. This guy gets it. Doesn't he? Oh. And now the actual puzzle. Although, no, it's still easy. Ba-da-ba-da. Like, that's right. That's satisfying rule 2. Like, that's okay. That's okay. That's not. It's not. That's okay. One of each? One of each on each side of the line? Hold on. Oh, well, So that was also okay. Why was this okay? I guess it's just two things that are alike cannot be in the same. Couldn't I have also, like... Well, I mean, there's a billion things you could do. Yeah, it's too easy. Too easy. Oh, those... can't do that either. Sure. So we gotta go there, we gotta go there. Oh, well. Easy. Alright. 3. Like, that's correct. Circle to square. I mean, square to circle is not correct. Only circle to square. Nope. That's correct. Oh, are we making two contiguous... Oh, Fuchsia. Hey, how do you set up not being able to see messages with the help command? Oh, the exclamation point hide or something else? I'm confused. But this didn't work. So maybe it's like go from square to circle and separate the blanks into 2 sections. But this also worked. Yes. Yes. So rather than watching my Twitch dashboard, I actually have a program called Chatty set up. Yeah. Yeah, it's called Chatty. And I actually have it installed to 2 different folders that have 2 different settings, so I'm running it twice. One of the settings hides things that have exclamation point hide, and the other one colors them in. And it's the colored in one that I have showing up on the stream. Also, I am wearing invisible green sunglasses so that I cannot see the color green. Hopefully there are no color puzzles in this game. So this seems too... I mean, I guess we're still on the easy stages. This seems too easy. Circle, end in a square, and you must divide the blanks in half. Okay. Circle to square. Huh. Okay. I done did it. Now what? This could be... Alright. Star to star, or like to like, and do not separate the blanks. All other things are... Do not separate the anything. Do not go through any shapes, and do not separate the blanks. That works. Ooh, is it hit every star? That's gonna be... Huh, okay. Hit every star. Right, because what happened when I did this? They were like, you didn't do the first rule. First rule of Fight Club is touch every star. Like, third rule of Fight Club is don't split the whatevers. And the third rule of Fight Club is don't touch anything but stars. Okay. Now that movie makes more sense. Yeah. That's not going to be okay. That's not going to be okay. All right, so these are good. I'm starting to get it. Or at least I'm starting to get these. I'll still have to go back and finish World 2. So, like, 4 rules. Circle to circle. Alright, so rule 3 is maybe don't touch squares. So it's like, don't touch squares, do split the blanks. No. Maybe splitting the blanks doesn't matter. We're getting faked out. Because that was, I mean, there's no point in them repeating rules that we've already had. So it's not going to be split the blanks or don't split the blanks. It's going to be... That's correct. Okay. Of course, that no longer works. Is it split all squares into groups of 2? It may be. Split all squares into groups of 2. That still works. Uh-oh. Split all untouched things into groups of 2? No. There are no squares, if you hadn't noticed. Rules 1, 2, and 3 might be just start on a circle, end on a circle. Right, because this is, hey, rule 2, end on a circle. Rule 1, start on a circle. Don't know what rule 3 is. No, a win is not a win. Don't be silly. Okay, alright. So, is it don't... Alright, let's look back. It's not don't split the blanks. It's fine to split the blanks, so why doesn't that work? That also works. That. Very strange. This is not okay. But that is. Alright. I mean, there's going to be a lot of that in this game. So does it leave any two shapes? The shape doesn't matter, just all untouched shapes must be separated into twos. And you have to start and end on a circle. Wait, am I already making things up? No. There's no way to separate the squares from each other here. You violated Rule 3. All right. I was sitting there like, oh, there's no way to actually separate but there is. There is. I shouldn't assume you have to start in the middle. That's not necessarily true. Tis a heart. Why not? You puzzle designer, you are a bad person. Why doesn't this work? This is clearly correct. Alright, what if... How is it not correct? So sure. It obeys all of the rules that are in my head. Are there any rules against extra blank space? Maybe there is, because that's what was going on here. Whoops. Right there, when that's not okay. So it's every section must contain exactly two untouched shapes. Forgot the rule that I haven't figured out yet. Oh, did I do that instead of this? Let's do this. Easy. Easy. I've never even seen someone so easy. Does this even count as a puzzle? Come on now. That's also okay. Good to know. Rule 2 seems to be have to end in a square, in a circle. Rule 1, okay, begin in a circle, end in a circle, make circles around the circles. Whatever rule 3 is. Okay. Like, nope. 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 That's good, apparently. Every square must... See, this was fine. Is it just every square must be in a section by itself? Could be. Could be. Could be. Freaking obviously. Oh, I didn't even have to. Could I have though? Oh, maybe the trick is that it isn't possible to. So if you try, then you're dumb for trying. You try hard. That's not it. Okay. All right. 3-7. Circle the square. Circle the square. Good. Circle the square. Bad. 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 Oh, five rules. Yeah, only 5. Only 5 rules. Imagine if there were only 5 rules in real life. You could do whatever you wanted, within reason. This is okay, but this is not. Is it because you're not allowed to go anywhere near a no, I've been near triangles. I don't think it's like be as far away from a triangle as you possibly can. Is it you may never make a... No? Like, that's okay. Obviously, neither of those are okay. So that kind of checks out. You must be as far away from triangles as possible. But then that now nothing is okay. Alright, this is only my second stream of playing this. I played it for like 90 minutes on Monday and was already like brain burnt. It really seems like the solution is going to be rotationally symmetrical, since this puzzle is. But I've tried almost every solution that doesn't touch the triangles, and that is so that makes it seem like maybe it's not. I guess there's no reason it has to be rotationally rotationally personable. No, that is impressive. I don't think I asked for any hints on this yesterday. Most games I make a point of not asking for help, but sometimes it's like, if there's something that I need help with, then I need help with it. What you gonna do? They're like, no, awful. You obeyed one rule out of 5. 0 out of 5. Even that obeys 1 rule. Yeah, I I think I have already had one or two that are like, all right, I solved it, but I don't know what it was. Oh, did I say yesterday? I am occasionally silly. There's definitely only so many ways that you can connect circle to square while avoiding the triangles, and I feel like I've tried just about all of them exhaustively. In fact, yeah, there's only, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So do the triangles have to be in identical... Oh, that... No. Oh, wait. Because that's the correct solution, and this is not. Okay, so triangles have to... Each split section needs to contain a triangle and needs to be rotationally... What do you call that? Congruent to another section if there is one. So there doesn't have to be another section, but if there's more than one triangle, there has to be more than one section, and they have to be identical. But then, why... Ooh, this doesn't work because the triangles aren't at the same... No, they are. Come on. Impressive Chinese indie development. Clever puzzle games. I like clever. Yeah, well, I like speaking too. But when I'm not speaking, I like clever puzzle games. It's curious that this is not an answer. And this is also not an answer. But this is. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? Oh, this is messed up. Oh, this is super messed up because I don't get it. All right, so how many? All right, we got 8. They made sure that you couldn't brute force though. Like some of them you can. This one you can't. All right, so there are 72 squares. If we make it like a little... Wow, what in the world? I feel like that was the right answer. What if I left like almost nothing at all? I just said, hey, you, no, you get that, and you get that. Okay, then what if, hear me out, what if oh no. Oh no. This ain't gonna work. No. Is it something? So it's the shape that matters. It's in the right spot there. What's really confusing is this one. Like, the fact that they are just in 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Because that is an invalid solution for this one. And this is also wrong. It's not about the number of tiles inside. We got 3s here, 4s, a 6, 2 5s, 2 6s, 2 7s. Is it... It's not like you have to pass through this... No, that one doesn't even have a center. It's not just like, oh, the path has to be... Because it already is. I already... And this isn't the last one. Delightful. Alright, so what if I said, okay, let's make this the like that, right? That bit, no, then they're touching. What about like up like that? And you can be at the top right corner of a little box of 6? Sure. Rah. Rah. Do it. I feel like it's right. I feel like it's exactly right. So what could I do? Nothing. I don't think there are any untried combinations that would give me more insight. That's incorrect for some reason. But it's not use the smallest number of squares possible, because here, that would be that. And here it would be that. having the shape be too small or too large seems to... Well, it's not small or large. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to quit out of that one. Alright, shall I go back to here? Star to triangle? They go, no. Star to blank. Why was... Did I have any idea what I was doing at all here? So maybe it's just don't end in a triangle. Start in a shape. No. Start in a shape, end in the... Nope. Oh, that's right. It would... I thought maybe it was... Connect all of the largest shape. Connect the largest to this... Oof. I mean, I know it's not supposed to be easy, but it's also weird. Like, this is a weird concept for a game to be like, I'm going to come up with an extremely arbitrary set of rules, and you have to figure out what they are. It's weird. I'm undecided. Like, I definitely did have fun with it, you know, so far, but I'm not... Right, because a puzzle game... how do I say this? People who are smart should do better at puzzle games than people who are dumb. Like, the puzzle game is separating the wheat from the chaff, the men from the boys. Is this doing this? Like, there must be a methodology to it, I guess, but it almost seems random whether you... But no, there is a smart way and a dumb way to puzzle out what the solution is. It just doesn't feel like it because it's a skill that I've never used to this extent before. So it's not that there's circles, but I had to, I guess, connect all of these. Well, you have to brute force your way. Like, for everything except for the last one, they're designed so that really the only way to get the answer is by brute forcing, and then afterwards say, oh, okay, what have I learned here? You know? Like, there's no way that you do this puzzle and then you get this one on the first try and you know why. Like, oh, I see. You have to try this. You don't know if it's going to work or not. You don't know if that's going to work or not. You don't know if that's going to work or not. You don't know if anything's going to work until you try it. So it is very brute force-y. But I guess finding the solution isn't the puzzle until you get to the end. You find the solution through brute force, and then you reason, why did it work? And then you're incorrect because the next puzzle proves you wrong. So I'm satisfying rule. I guess we got to do this again. Okay. Unexpected. That was correct. That's also correct. This satisfies rule 1, but it breaks rule 2, which maybe says You gotta experiment, but I wouldn't call it brute forcing. You're doing science. I suppose maybe that's it. Maybe it's if you are the more methodical you are about your brute forcing, the more you will learn from it. But it's not like a thing where, oh, you have to think outside the I mean, you do literally have to think outside the box for one of the puzzles. I already got that one. The secret puzzle in chapter 1. I know, I guess there are individual dots. But to go like, this satisfies both, this satisfies one, you could rightfully say rule 2 is you can't end in a triangle, and you'd be incorrect. It could be rule 2 is you can't end in the rightmost square. Like, there are an almost infinite number of rules that it could be. It could be you are only allowed to go in no more than 2 squares. Look, I did it. I only used up 2 squares. Here I used 3 squares. Like, truly, nearly infinite number of possibilities for what this rule could be. So doing this and getting this information in the grand scheme of information, it eliminates... It narrows it down very little. And then to say, like, here I could go, oh, okay, so the rule that I said about you must use less than 3 squares, that must be wrong. And the one that says you can't end in a triangle, oh, look, I didn't end in a triangle here, but I didn't get a second dot. But that's, like, exhausting. There's no way that you mentally have a checklist of all 1,000 things that it could be and then go, oh, okay, I'll just remember that it's not these 958 of them. Yeah, like, it's neat, but I don't know. Like, clearly I've made it through a bunch of them. So, like, the concept works for small possibility spaces. I'm not sure how well it really works for large possibility spaces. Where, like I said, there already, just from this one puzzle, are thousands of possibilities. And then you come out to here and it's like, well, now there's, like, billions. There's so much information that I technically just got from going, oh, okay, this square to this square satisfied neither of the rules. What does that make the rules? Anything. You have to have a brontosaurus for a mom in order to get the... You know. They are also grouped into worlds, yes. Which is why the other one seemed to be about separating the play area into 2 spaces. And we figured that out kind of quickly. Whereas this one seems to be about... What is it about? You know, different... I don't know what that one is about, but... connecting different shapes somehow. So that's that. And then this one, it's not connected to all of these or all of these or this one. So the second rule. Do I have any thoughts on the second? Okay, second rule. That satisfied it. That satisfied it. So did that. Going from circle to any of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 satisfies the second rule. But not that, not that, and that one does. So everything but the ones that were right next to it satisfies the second rule. But here, I only satisfy the second rule if I don't go 2 spaces. Maybe it's what I was going through. Second rule says go through. No. That's also confusing. So that's none. None. That satisfies 1. Rule 1. That also satisfies rule 1. So maybe touch every piece every shape that you started in satisfies rule 1. Okay. That's starting to make sense. Wherever you start, you have to touch all of that same one, and that satisfies rule 1. But rule 2 is super confusing. That counts for rule 2. All of those count for rule 2. Rule 2, you can't end in the one that's right next to your square. No, because I tried there. That's fine. Wait. That satisfied rule 2. Wait a sec. Oh, okay. Get mixed up now. Rule 1 is touch all of the things you started in. Rule 2 was satisfied here. That works. Pass through a square specifically and end. It's not like you have to touch all the circles, because I didn't up here. It's not like circle is special and you have to touch them. And of course, for the last one, they don't show you which rule is which. Look for other... So it's not begin and end. It's just touch. It's just touch all of them. It's not that you have to end in the one that you started in. That also works. That does not. Hey, Blind. How you doing? I don't know what I'm gonna do for this. This is insanity. Current inferred phrasing of the first rule. First rule. So I'm always obeying the first rule there. I guess it's the square, whatever square you... oh, blanks count too, huh? Blanks also count. Oh, maybe they don't. The Witness without graphics. It's a little... So the Witness has a handful of mechanics where they say, okay, we're gonna teach you how these work, and then the puzzles, the hard puzzles, are going to be figuring out the answer now that you understand the rule. Here we have a whole bunch of different sections where in each one the rules are different and they never teach you what they are. They just expect you to go through and gradually understand, by the time you get to the last one, gradually understand, like narrow it down to, based on how I found the solutions for the other puzzles, this must be the rule. Or these must be the rules, and then apply those rules to the final puzzle. And then once you've beaten that, you move on to another section where the rules are completely different. So in that respect, it's quite a bit different than The Witness. So I guess what I was going to say for the first rule is that what is... But it's not you have to start on a... Okay, so I guess it's if you start on a shape, you must touch every square that has that shape in it. So if you start on a square, you must touch every square. If you start on a circle, you must touch every circle. See, that violates it, though. That's fine. When you go like that, it violates both rules. And then here, this is correct, and so is this. But if you touch something else, it's not. That's... Okay, so that can't be right then. Because even if I start on... It must not... Okay, there's nothing special about whatever square you start on. Why did I think that? I thought that because here you can start on circle and solve the puzzle, or start on square and solve the puzzle. But you could also do that. And you could also do that. So maybe it's the first shape that you touch, you must touch all of that shape. And but it's not and only that shape, because this solution... See, there you get the first. There you don't get the first. How does this meet the first rule? But this doesn't. But this meets both of them. And then they make this one way too big to brute force. So... Yeah, I want to say the first rule is whatever shape you touch first, you must touch all of that shape. But then I don't know what the other rule is. I don't know how did I not get it right there, but I do get it there. And presumably I don't get it here, even though if you go to the next thing, now it is correct. So maybe it's you must also touch all of... No, hang on. Okay. That's no good. That's the first rule. So touching all of the circles and squares works, no matter how you do it. Touching all of the squares and triangles also works. Touching all of the everything here doesn't. And doing that doesn't work. That does. But it's not that triangles are special. First part of the oh, fun. Algaia. Those are they're pretty interesting. I've only had one. Okay, so you know because I streamed them, the Final Fantasy XIV Alliance raids. For the last one, I definitely did not understand the scale mechanic. Like, I didn't even look up at the scales, and we passed it. And then afterwards, it's like, oh, yes, that's very obvious. There's these gigantic scales up there that are like either you're balanced or you're unbalanced, and you need to move people around. I have been in one party where the scales were not balanced, which means you get the cutscene and then everybody dies, and people were uncharacteristically angry. At shouting, like, look at the freaking scales in front of you. Obviously, you were doing it wrong, idiots. You got to run to the other side. It's like, whoa. It's very, like, how many times across the entire game do they go, and now there's an intermission where you just stand there while the boss is untargetable and does something. You can't blame people for not knowing, oh, we're doing a mechanic right now. Like, nothing's happening. There's no enemies. There's no boss. But you still have to do something right now. That never happens. So it's understandable that people, get it wrong. No reason to be incredibly upset about it. So getting all of the squares and triangles, getting all of the just the okay. So maybe maybe there is something special about. See, here I could get all of the non-circles, or I could get the circles. I could get the circles or all of the non-circles. Here, for some reason, circles and squares are grouped together. So get all of them or everything except them. So here, I hope it's one of these. Yeah. And because of how they're laid out, it doesn't seem like you can get 3 of the groups. You can't go like, I need the stars and I need the circles, and you could, as long as 2 of them were next to each other. But which ones? This is where I don't have enough, like, even from all of the puzzles, I don't have enough information to definitively narrow it down, because here, here star and nothing is fine. So is this star or non-star, or is it triangle or not triangle? Either one is right. Here we make a distinction between squares and circles. Here we go. Circles are fine. Non-circles are fine. And circles are the one that there's the most of. There's a tie here and here. Four and 1. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That does. And that does. I feel like I have figured most of it out, just not the criteria for which groups are okay. Is it get 1 even and 1 odd? But here an even and odd does not satisfy it, so that's not it. I'm gonna think. Go into my thought brain. It's not the most and the least. It's not the 2 smallest. It's not the 2 middleist. what is a rule that works when there's only two shapes? Like when you have just square and circle, what determines that hitting all of them is not okay? But if you hit one of them and not the other, then it is okay. But then if you had three different shapes, then hitting two of them together is okay. Is it because you're hitting exactly half? It's because I was hitting five. I think that's it. I think that is it. I hit one. I hit a total of one. I hit a total of two. I hit a total of three. I hit a total of 5 out of 10. Right, 3 out of 6, 5 out of 10. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28. Sorry, it's 10, 15, 21, 15, 21, 28. So I need to hit 14, which is like, there we go. Always trust the brain place, the brain room, the room brain. Okay, that one was satisfying to not give up on. I'm glad that it made some sense. There are a couple I could go back to that do not make sense to me. It's hit half of the squares, or half of the shapes. Oh, this was one that I already started, but that I did not find the solution to. Alright, so we went circle to circle, and that was fine. Circle to circle without touching the triangle. Alright, so again, this seems to be... One is start in a circle. 2 is end in a circle.
I will not falter.
Oh, thank you for the sub! Thanks for the Prime sub. I shouldn't assume that it's circles, necessarily. Even though starting here it yells at you, I'm still gonna say, maybe it has to go from circle to circle. And again, circle to circle. And again, circle to circle. Did I already get this one? That doesn't work. This is the one that I have not solved. I don't know if all of them make sense. See, that's a thing where, like, if I were playing The Witness 2, I would trust that every single puzzle will make sense. This, I've never heard of this. I've never heard of this, whoever made it. I would like to think that all of them will make sense, but there's no way, like, for me to feel that way until I've already solved them. Oh, hey, Lemons Man. Yeah, it is, like... So, I was just comparing it to The Witness a little while ago. In The Witness, they would give you some puzzles where you had to work out what the rule is, and then the real difficulty came from the other puzzles where you had to apply that rule, and there would be a lot of, like, stuff there where it was like, oh, this is really tricky to figure out how to apply the rule. But here... Every single one of these boxes is a series of about 6 puzzles where the rule is different. So right now I'm doing 2-9, and the whole puzzle is, by the time you get to the last one, figure out what the rule is. Because that one will be a real puzzle where you have to have figured it out. And then you go to the next, and even though you're still drawing a line from a box to a box, the rule will be different. No way. No, The Witness is way better. I really, really enjoy The Witness. Alright, so all I know here is it seems as if the rule number 1 is start in a circle, which I did do. Rule number 2 is end in a circle, which I did do. 3 and 4, I have no idea. For some reason, this meets both of them, but if I went like... Well, if I go like that, then I didn't end in a circle. If I go like that, I did begin and end in a circle, but I violated 2 rules. And here I violated rule 4 somehow. I can also begin and end on the same square, and since it's a circle, I guess because it's a circle, because you do this and then it proves you wrong later. The whole thing is about getting trapped in holes of saying, I've figured out what the rule is, and it's a very specific rule rather than a general rule. Yeah, exactly. You don't bring rules together from all over in order to... Well, each set of levels... Like, these ones seem to care a lot about the shapes, like groups of shapes. Whereas we had some other ones that were more like The Witness, where you would divide the playing field into sections, and one of the rules would be based around making sure that the sections were correct, that you would split apart. Ever! Too bad. Gotta understand. So here, again, if I go through there, I'm breaking rule 3. But if I go around, then it's fine. This satisfies rule 3 and 4. And even this satisfies rule 4. And then I went, oh, what if I go like that? Didn't do rule 4. What if I go like that? Didn't do rule 3. So maybe rule 3 really is like, just don't touch a triangle. And then I come here and it's like, okay, zip, no problem. I come here, zip, oh, there's a problem, rule 4. You know the rules. So what is different between this and this? Clearly, the number of squares that you go through, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're going, you're moving 8 squares to get to there, and that's not okay. 6 is okay. Going like that is okay. Strange. And then this is the second, probably second to last puzzle. It's like, I can go like this. It's not going to be right. I can go like this. It's not going to be right. All the way around the outside, not going to be right. That breaks rule 3. And see, if that was right, it wouldn't help me understand what the rule is. Touch all of them, rah, like a madman. The people are going to come and take me away. The stream's going to end, and I'm going to be in a loony bin for the rest of my life because I touched all the triangles because of whatever said. Like, even this one is like, hey, don't... See? That's unexpected. That's also fine. That's fine. Lots of things are fine. The universe is fine. Well, that's not okay. That is. And whatever rule this is that I'm struggling with here also fully applies to whatever this is, except I can't figure it out by doing stuff in here. This said, hey, rule 4, you did it. You did rule 4. You did it again. You didn't do it. You did do it. You're continuing to do it. This obeys rule 4, but this doesn't. And neither does that. Neither does that. But that does. Is it you have to go an even number of squares? But that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. But then when I came here, Oh, I guess that is true. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. But then here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be okay. It's not. But that is. And that is. That is not. Prime numbers? No. Or is it? 1 is neither prime nor composite, so... Could that actually be it? Like, the number of spaces left over has to be prime or something? There was not... well, I don't know what we're including. That would be... We haven't had anything that dealt with, like... I don't know. I don't know how to use... I don't know how to use... So here we'll say that this is 4 if you include the triangle, 3 if you're just doing spaces. Here is 1 if you're doing triangles, and 0 if you're doing spaces. Here is 9 if you include triangles, and 4 if you include spaces, or only spaces. This is 7 either way. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 either way. And then this is 9. So no. 9 should be a fine number. Or maybe it can't be over. No, because it was 13, right? 13, yeah, 13 right here, and that was fine. It's a number of boxes that I am using up that has to be prime. Here's 2, 5, 7, 7 again, 3. So 4 is no good. 6 is no good. 8 is no good. That's 8 again. That's 8 again. There it's 7. Wait. Right. There's 9. There it's 11. Maybe it is prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 11. Wait. 13. 15. Not okay. That's 17. That is okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25. So use up 4 more squares. Crazy! Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26. So 23 in... They made the last puzzle way too easy. That would have been super easy to brute force if I hadn't understood the rule. Man, I wasn't expecting primes. Was not expecting primes. Although I guess that's the best way they could have done it, is by going, hey, Do a straight line across this one, it does not work. Do a straight line across this one, and it does. And then if you do a crooked line again, you can 1009, that is not a prime. It's divisible by 57.